All right, welcome back to Views and Vibes. We are talking about expectations in relationships. And I have a book called It's Just a Damn Date. You know, why we expect too much too soon. And one of the main reasons why I wrote the book is because a good friend of mine said to me, I don't just date to date, I date to marry. Now, what do you think of that, Yonder?
Okay, what I think of, I mean, when I was dating, I dated just to date. I mean, I wasn't looking for marriage. When I found marriage from a friend. I've been married 14 wonderful years now.
Right.
So, but when I was dating, I was just dating. It was nothing else. I didn't want nothing else.
So what were you looking for? What were you actually looking for?
To have a good time, have some fun.
Right.
That was it.
Right. But you disagree with that?
No, that's exactly where he was at the point that he was dating for a good time. As with most men, here's my challenge. Men, here's that blanket, but men, they approach marriage or relationships totally different than they approach any other aspect of their lives. When they go to the basketball court, they go with the expectation of winning. When they go on a job interview, they go with the expectation of nailing the job. When they go out on a date, hey, we're just going out for a good time. Hey, I don't want anything. I don't expect anything. Let's just have a good time. But let's be realistic about it. A woman, if she has any level of realistic integrity, she's going to go with and she's single, she's going with the expectation of possibly one day being married. I don't think that that's a naive way of approaching marriage or approaching a relationship.
But the funny thing is, when I was doing my research for my book, I discovered that the best daters were women over the age of 35 who were divorcees. Women who have already been married, who decided, you know what, it didn't work out the first time, I'm not looking for that now, I just want to have a good time themselves. And so they would actually refute exactly what you're saying. They would say, no, I just want to have a good time. I'm not looking to be married again. I just want to date. I just want to enjoy myself.
Absolutely, and that's because they've already been married.
Right.
Again,
and so the women that you're talking about, women primarily who have not been married yet, women who want to be married, who are looking for that level of commitment.
Yes, but I also want to address what you're saying about a lot of women who've been married and they're divorced and they just want to have a good time also. Most times, okay, let's understand something. Folks who've gotten married and gotten divorced, they recognize that there were some mistakes made, but they went into their original marriage with the expectations of being together forever, I hope. Now, if that didn't work out, so now what happens is we're bringing some of that baggage into our new relationship. But now here's the thing. We say we don't want to marry, you know, we were just trying to relax and have a good time, which is a healthy approach if they are not healed from their last. And even if they don't want to engage into a new relationship, that's a great place to be. But unfortunately, fortunately, there are a lot of women who have taken their time, not gotten married, have certain expectations, didn't mess up the first time. So we're trying to take a healthy approach, but we're not trying to be cavalier in doing so.
But are you necessarily taking a healthy approach if you're going into with all these high expectations of where this one date might lead?
And it did
high expectations. It all depends on who you're asking. Now, am I saying I need a man with 6 figures? No. I think that's a high expectation. So we've got to clarify what's a high expectation. Well, am I expecting the guy that I'm on a date with to be a good father to his children? Maybe he currently has children. Maybe he will have children in the future. Yes, I expect the guy that I'm hanging out with to have good character. We're talking character. Right. We're talking integrity. Those are the characteristics that make a good mate. Right. So yes, I expect to be out with someone who's not going to, as I said, throw his food on the ground. I expect him to be of good nature.
So that goes back to my question earlier. What are some reasonable expectations to have when you go out on a date with somebody?
Again, great character, integrity, healthy. I mean, the list goes on, but again, I like to speak to the things that are of substance and not surface. You know, what does he look like? How much money does he make? Those are expectations I think that we need to approach at a later point once we come to realize that this is a relationship. He's relationship worthy, for lack of a better term. But no, I don't come through the door, and I don't think women who have not been married should come through the door thinking, I want to know how much money you make. I want to know the quality. You know, here's another approach I like to take. I like to hear what you say and what you don't say. So I want to hear how you communicate. Tell me about you and your friends and how you interact with them, because your integrity.
Somebody could tell you anything.
No, but follow. No, but listen to what I'm saying. Follow what I'm saying. Tell me about a regular day with you and your friends, not your girlfriend. Let's not talk about relationships. Let's just talk about you and how you interact with your mother or your sister. That's going to speak to the character of a person. So I'm going to hear what you say and what you don't say. and then I'm going to apply that in the relationship.
But that doesn't actually mean what's going to happen with you. I mean, really, you can relate to your parents and your brothers and sisters and your friends.
Darling, if this man told me that he is getting over on everybody he knows, trust me, he's going to get over.
Okay, but that's not what he said. He just never told you what was going on with him. You're saying that you're going to decipher how his character and everything from that conversation.
Not just the one conversation, but I'm saying conversations just like that, indirectly talking about how you are to people. You will learn a lot about people dealing with how they are. When just look at them when they don't think that you're watching. I don't want to know what's your favorite food. I want to study you and see what your favorite food is.
But most times, with a man, you're not going to get that much time. If he's not interested anymore with you at that time, I mean, we have dinner and he's not interested anymore, you won't have a time to do your study.
Right, but here's the thing. We are talking about an ongoing approach. You have one date, and at that one date, again, if he does not do the traditional taboo things that we know that we don't like to go on a second date, then we will continue to go on.
But that all depends on if that's what he wants. I mean, really, sometimes...
If that's what he wants?
Yes. Sometimes...
If that's what we want?
No, sometimes it depends on what he wants.
Well, here's what's real. Two people are in a relationship because I can walk away from that same table and say he's totally not the guy for me. Although I am dating for marriage, he does not possess the qualities of a guy that I would marry.
And he can do the same thing.
Absolutely.
But
so
you never
that's
know
fair.
somebody. But that's the whole thing about dating.
What you want sometimes ain't what he wants.
But not only that, but going on to the first date, you know, somebody may have an off night. You know, it might just be a bad night. They might have had a bad day and may not show you all the different things that you're looking for. And so you may walk away from somebody who may be potentially fantastic because you did not give them more of a chance.
Let's be crystal clear. When we date someone, we end up on a first date is because you think I'm attractive and I think you're attractive.
Right.
So that's what the initiating factor that brings us together.
Not all the time. Sometimes you're just bored. Yeah, sometimes you're bored. You don't have anything going on in your life.
I'm concerned with someone who's bored because someone that's bored, to me, that means you're a boring person.
No, sometimes nothing else is going on in your life. You got over a bad relationship. You're going out because you don't want to stay home tonight.
But that means you're bored. See, there are so many women who are single, whole, unique, happy, incomplete, that boring is not even a topic of their conversation. You can read books, you can do so many wonderful things. I don't know about you guys, but time alone is just something we don't have enough of. So I am never bored, and I know many women who are not. So what's real is you will go out on a date because I would assume that you're not boring. So you're going to go out with someone who you want to have an entertaining time with. So you're going to go out to have a good time.
But you're alone, that don't mean you're boring.
Right, but you said you're bored.
No, I'm saying sometimes you go, the woman will go on a date with, like I said, and you'll talk to...
I said women will go out on a date. I'm sorry, you go. Because he and I, we're going to be here for a minute.
Yes, we are. Okay. We are. And that's why we have to continue this conversation again some other time. I would like to thank my guests, LaChett, Landrum, and Yonder for joining us today. If you'd like to learn more about them, please visit my website at viewsandvibes.com. Until next time, I'm Tyreek Omari Walton, and this has been Views and Vibes.